Hello, everybody. Hey. Many of y'all may be aware there is a live news stream on, and I wanted to bring that to you here while I can regarding an update with this shooter. So let me go ahead and share this so y'all can see this. And I will, as I always do, I'm going to drop the link on in here so you guys can take a look at that as well. But let me get this over here to y'all, okay?
Sending that information out to y'all. And I don't want to speak for my TABC, but we'll get that out sometime pretty soon. Go ahead.
Is there any relation here? Just want to make sure.
No.
Okay,
No.
got it.
Now, do we know?
Question now with regards to, I need a clarification. Now my question.
One more, and that's it. There's a lot of people in this room. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mario. Go ahead.
Thank you for the
Okay.
transparency. Really appreciate it.
All right.
I got it at 153. You rise, or she rise on. Forgive me. She rise at 153.
Right.
273rd dead by HPD. How long
correct.
before there was gunfire engaged, and how long did that gun exchange last?
The shooting began almost instantaneous upon her entering the building, which roughly 1:55. Takes her a little over a minute to get in after talking with the security guard. The firing commences right after that. There's a few minute gun battle, for lack of a better term. They're exchanging gunfire, and she is down. And then our officers followed their tactical training. They linked up. They talked about a game plan, approached the body. Somebody else pulled the 7-year-old to safety. And so all of this transpired within a matter of less than 12 minutes.
And we'll get a timeline a little bit later. Let me get you some more questions. Go ahead.
Why Lakewood Church? That's a long way from Conroe where she lived.
I can't speculate for her. That's part of the investigation. But it could be any place of worship. And as I said earlier, and I want us to kind of get this. It could be any location. Bad people or or individuals suffering from mental illness and with guns. We need to all look out for them.
Those family members she was in a dispute with, though, did they attend services there?
No, not at all. Go ahead, and then we'll work our way back to you.
If there are resources for all the community who are there.
Say that one more time. I'm very sorry. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, go ahead. Come up.
Si hay
Hector.
recursos disponibles para la comunidad que estuvo presente en la balacera.
Bueno, afortunadamente en esta ciudad tenemos muchas organizaciones que pueden darle ayuda a esos individuos que necesitan hablar con alguien o hay alguna ayuda psiquiátrica o psicológica. Hay muchas organizaciones, inclusive me imagino que ahorita la misma iglesia está tratando de ayudar a las personas que atienden esa iglesia de ese tipo de ayuda. Okay.
One in back and work our way in the front and over there too. Go ahead.
Chief, for you,
How you doing?
Commander Hassick, as an extension of the why Lakewood question, referencing the writings that you talked about, Commander Hassick, was there anything in those writings that stipulated a desire for acting out against specific people
Part
or
of
groups?
investigation.
Nothing at this specific moment. We don't have anything that pops out. Again, we're reviewing all of those writings, but nothing that stands out at this time.
Commander,
No, go ahead. All right.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
about security measures. We're told that we heard that you may have gone into a classroom full of students.
I'm not sure. That's part of the investigation. And I forgot to address this. Yesterday, there was a question about a body worn camera. Our officers did have body worn cameras. So a part of this investigation is going through that, plus the security cameras. So I really don't want to speculate right now, but we will be transparent as more information comes in. Over here on the corner, and then we'll get to you. Yes, go ahead.
For the commander, based on your preview of the information you just provided, what did she say? What did she? You guys have camera information, et cetera, et cetera. What did the woman say to that security guard at all, if anything at all?
I mean, it's still under investigation. She displayed a weapon, and we're going to re-interview the security guard, but she had a rifle, and it was pointed at her, and she was unarmed.
I'm gonna get you too. Go ahead, and then we'll work our way over here.
Chief,
Did I leave
is
anybody?
there any element to label this as a hate crime?
We don't want to jump ahead of that. I think it's very important that we don't. As a society right now, we want to group different people for different reasons. I think that's really counterproductive. to our healing process, to the way that we want to patrol and police our cities. So I just want us to simply wait on the facts. You got mental illness here. You got a lot of things going on. And so let us work that out. And I promise you, you know, we're transparent here. We'll get it to you. Go ahead. Thanks.
Give any more explanation about why she was using aliases, what her motivation was?
Oh, I don't know. All we can do is that's part of the process, and we're just 24 hours into it. You know, there was a lot of discussion, and I was in social media with some professional reporters and investigators, and some that's not so. So we're just here to present the facts as we know at this time.
Is that connected to other things she's been charged with in the past, or is it?
Yeah, we don't know at this time. We're still working on it. Go ahead, and then we'll come right here, and then you, and then back around.
Do we know
Go
how
ahead.
many off-duty officers between HPD, TABC, other agencies that were already at the church, and between those two officers who opened fire, do we know which one of the two or both of them actually took the suspect down and tell us who shot the second?
That's part of the investigation. I know that both of them did discharge, but give us some time to review the videos, and you know, whatever we have by our officers, body worn cameras, we'll put that out within 30 days. So
Do you
yeah.
know how many officers were already at the church working detail duty?
yes, they were actually working there.
No, but how many total besides?
I don't know right now. We'll yeah.
I just wanted to clarify.
Hold up.
Chief, have you ever-
This chief ain't playing.
Between the suspect and Lakewood Church at this point, perhaps divorce counseling she may have been undergoing?
We don't know. That's part of the investigation, and that's something too that we will share right here, and then we'll work our way back around to you. Go ahead.
This suspect was
I got
clearly
you.
on law enforcement's radar. Is there any indication that police had more opportunities to intervene in other ways sooner?
You're saying on that radar, that what does that mean?
Right.
And I just, yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't know if that's, you know, an accurate, but she did have a history, if you want to say that, but there are millions upon top of millions of people who have a history, and to your question and answering it, the response is that we all need to continue to work together, neighbors, family members, getting that information up to us in a timely manner where we can be proactive and prevent it. I think that's where you're going, but I just don't have all the facts right now. Go ahead, sir.
The grandmother in the house with the suspect, was she taken into custody this morning or just transported to the hospital?
No, I think she was possibly transported to the hospital. Let
Hey,
me say
Daria.
this, and according to my commander, she and a few other members have been really cooperating with the investigation, and that's why I asked for prayers for everybody. Can you imagine
Yeah.
what family members are going through? Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Yeah.
Yesterday, I know this question was asked, so I want to circle back on it. It's the idea of how the young boy was shot, was hit with a bullet. I know it's difficult to talk about, but can you explain to us how that went down? Was she using him as a shield? Was he
yeah.
supposed to-
I don't know right now. Again, once we have a chance to view that video, and y'all know, whatever we have to show, we'll show it, but we just don't know right now. Another question that comes up, and let's be out front with it. Was it the police officers who shot her, or was it her? We don't know. And I think the worst thing that we can do is speculate
Right.
on something as is important to that. Once we get the evidence in, and ballistics and all that, I think we'll know that. Let me get to him, and I'll get back to you, Mark. Go ahead.
The suspect who brought the child identified as the child's biological mother, the child who was shot and critically injured.
That's what, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Chief, who's the security guard employed by? Can you give us,
So it was her.
I don't know. We'll let you know on that. I don't know right now. Go ahead.
What's the history of the two long guns in this case? How did she purchase them?
We don't know. That's part of the investigation, and I think it's a very important part of the investigation. We need to know where and you know how, all that, and why. Yeah.
Was
So
there any reference
yeah.
to any points that she had?
did you need to say so? Okay, I'll get it. Oh, then okay.
Two other quick follow-ups. Was there any point where she had a reference of a bomb that she had on her?
Wow. She used multiple.
She did,
bullets.
and I can answer that. She did, and that we stated that yesterday, and we'll state it again today. she did threaten that she had a bomb on her person. Okay, let me get her on the corner right here. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Just
Yeah.
to follow up on the gun question and to clarify, so did she actually own those guns? Had she taken those guns from another legal owner?
That's part of the investigation, but I was I'm pretty sure that she purchased one, and you can speak to the facts of it. Yeah.
We're still conducting the trace on that, but we do know that the one that she did utilize was, from what we can tell, purchased in December legally.
Wow.
December, like,
Wow.
a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, we'll get two more. Let me get somebody I hadn't heard from. Go ahead.
When will people be allowed to get back into the church to get their bags, vehicles? Are people able to do that yet?
The vehicles that are still being processed over there, we'll send that out in coordination with our investigators, with Lakewood officials as well. But we'll get that out as soon as we can. Okay, give me two more. Go ahead.
Was there any indication, Chief or the Commander, from your investigation thus far, that there had been a direct threat or concern within the confines of Lakewood, that emails or what have you regarding this woman and that was?
No, sir.
You mentioned the writings. You mentioned the writings and stickers. Was the shooter at all wearing any type of garb or any kind of messaging on the
Yes,
I
Zaria.
really don't know right now, and we'll it's 24 hours. When we determine it, we'll share it with you. Okay.
Yes, pray, because they're not
Last
sure
one.
if the baby's going to make it right now.
You know, there's been other shootings at churches in Texas and other places. Do you know in recent years has HPD ever done a security audit or any other type of work?
We always, and not only churches, all religious institutions. We have a strong relationship with all of them, and you see, here's the goal, and here's the deal in this great city. Tragedy happens.
Yeah.
And what I've seen in 34 years of service, a lifetime residence with a few exceptions, years to college, whenever something happens, we come back stronger and better. And this is what we play. This is why you see so many people up here, so many people in the back, including our other elected officials. Our Congresswoman is here. We're going to be better. But in the way of getting better, building stronger relationships, communicating every day. And please, community and everybody, stop putting people in boxes, okay? That's counterproductive. Good people should line up with good people, whatever faith, whatever community. And
Right.
all of us working together, and that's
Right.
what we tend to do. But look, it's been a long day and especially for my investigators, and let me acknowledge them. I know they're somewhere in the room for the hard work all of our homicide investigators do each and every day. But thank y'all for being here, and we tried to answer much as we could. So thank y'all. All right.
Well, you guys, you see the information
All right,
there.
we've been listening to Police Chief Troy Finner and others talking about their investigation into the shooting yesterday afternoon at Lakewood Church. Here's some of what they were saying. The shooter has been identified as Janice Moreno, but she went by several aliases, male and female names.
Wow.
They say at 1:55 yesterday afternoon, she entered the church with a 7-year-old child, a bag, and an AR-15.
Wow.
And started shooting in the hallway. Two officers working security, Officer Moreno of HPD and Agent Adrian Herrera of TABC, exchanged gunfire with her, multiple shots by all three. The child suffered a gunshot wound to the head, a 7-year-old
Look at all
still
the
fighting for his life.
Wow.
The dead shooter identified again as Janice Moreno, 36 years old. They recovered 2 weapons, an AR-15 fired at the officers, a sticker on the rifle with the word Palestine on the gun. They also recovered a .22 caliber rifle in the bag that was not
Wow.
fired. Anti-Semitic writings have been recovered, they said, but they say the shooter acted alone, a lone wolf. They also say she had a mental health history. They believe there could have been some kind of family dispute involving
Thank you,
her
Zaria.
ex-husband and his family, who are Jewish. They keep saying that this is a fluid investigation, as it is. Go to khou.com, follow us online for the very latest on this investigation. Go to the KHOU 11 app. And of course, we'll have a full report coming up at 4 o'clock. I'm Ron Trevino.
All right, you guys. So there you have it. A couple of things I wanted to cover. Thank you, Zaria. Thank you for those comments there. One thing that he just said also, we yesterday they were saying that the child could have been 5 years old. Now they're saying they're 7. There's still some reports that are saying that he was 5. But you guys, there are reports coming out now. They're saying that they're not sure if this baby is going to make it. So please continue to pray for this baby. Yesterday they reported he was in critical condition, and so continue to pray for him. Also, I just heard the news gentleman say that there could have been a possible dispute between her and her husband, who is Jewish. So just imagine, you guys, this young baby's father to know that he was injured because his mother put him in this position. So you guys, there's a lot of prayer that needs to take place. I saw on the screen here where the newscasters had on here, the news reporters had several mugshots. I think it was about 5 mugshots from her. And I would really question, if you have these many mugshots, how is it that you were able to purchase a weapon of that size, especially in December, and they said it was purchased legally? You guys, we have got to get better gun control. We've got to get better at finding out who should have these weapons, who should not have these weapons, because this type of stuff happens. There's a news article that has more information. I have put it in the description. I will put it in the link of this video. It's from CHRON. And they said also, again, that the lady had the name Free Palestine was written on the gun belonging to the woman. And also it says here that it says the 36-year-old previously identified as Jeffrey Escalante. So she was using names as men names and women's names for her different aliases. As a news reporter also stated that there were several aliases that she used. It also says that she was previously identified as Jeffrey Escalante and had prior arrest for assault, forgery, marijuana possession, theft, evading and unlawful carrying of a weapon. So you guys, she already had these charges against her before. She already had these before. Unlawful carrying of a weapon, according to KHOU's Jeremy Rogalski. According to a Texas Department of Public Safety record search, her criminal record dates back to 2005. 2005, you guys. And this is what I believe the chief was saying, that if we see people that have issues going on and stuff going on in their life, that we need to start reporting, whether it be mental, whether it be criminal, whatever it is, we need to start reporting these things. Also, it says Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo is calling for investigators to look into whether or not the shooting was a hate crime targeting Spanish or Hispanic people. And it says here that the shooter arrived at the church just minutes before the Spanish language sermon was scheduled to begin. And also it says, I don't want to talk about motivations because I don't know right now, HPD Chief Troy Finner said at a Sunday press conference. So you guys, there's a lot more to this, but she has been identified. And they're saying that her name is actually Janice Yvonne Moreno. Janice Yvonne Moreno, according to multiple sources that they're saying. So this is still going through, but I believe right now the real thing that I want our viewers to do here at the Juice Radio and Talk Show, what I really want y'all to do is pray for that baby to get the healing, to survive this, because now we know that the father is still in the picture. That makes it even more heartfelt to know, we're not just praying for this baby to survive, but we're also praying that this baby survives so that father can get some sort of healing through this whole process, as well as they mentioned the grandmother. They mentioned a grandmother, and they mentioned other family members that are helping with this process and that are being cooperative. So you guys, all of our prayers are needed to pray that baby through. And Lord, we're going to ask right now in Jesus' name that he will survive this and he will get through this. A miracle needs to take place right now. And I'm praying that that miracle will happen for this young baby, and so that that family can get some sort of happiness back to them after this terrible, tragic thing happened, you guys. Y'all continue to pray for everyone. Continue to keep Lakewood Church and their members in prayer as well as these officers that are out there doing that, as well as this police chief. Like he said, they have, they've had long days. So this is hard on them as well. And continue to pray that we as a community, as a unity, as a nation, all of us can come together and put our differences aside and learn how to love one another. There's been so much racial hate out here in the world that we have got to find ways to stop that, to get rid of it, and to bring some understanding and love in place of all of this hatred. You guys, love on one another. And if there's any differences that you have with one another, then I would ask that you find a way to amicably to be able to resolve those differences. And if those differences never get resolved, understand that we can still live in this world without trying to take the life and breath out of those who are simply trying to do the same thing, live in this world. Okay, you guys, thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, beautiful. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Miss Darnell Bible Bites. Thank you. Yes, 2 Chronicles 7:14. Amen. I get it. I get it. All right, you guys. Thank you also. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. As the information comes in, I'll try and keep you updated as I get it. So click that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I go live. If you're watching this on one of my other mini streaming platforms, you want to go over here to my YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. This is my main channel. You see the logo on the screen here with the red mug and the microphone. You can just type in The Juice Radio and Talk Show and you know you have the right channel. Thank y'all so very much for being here. Thank you so much. That's right. Click that thumbs up on this video on your way out. Thank you so much, or on your way in. Thank you so much, Michelle, for that reminder. Hit that thumbs up, family, on your way in or your way out. Thank you so much, Zaria, for being here with me. I appreciate you so very much. All right, you guys, if I get more information, I will bring it to you. All right. Y'all continue to have a blessed day. Pray for one another, love one another, and most importantly, remember to love yourselves. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.